Science5, weather disturbances. Characterize weather disturbances in the Philippines and describe their effects to daily life. The effect of soil erosion on plants would mean less food production. This can affect animals and humans, since plants are their main source of food and nutrients. Weather is the general condition of the atmosphere at a particular time and place, with regard to the temperature, moisture, cloudiness, etc. Factors that affect the weather: air temperature, air pressure, humidity, precipitation, clouds, wind. Weather disturbances refer to any disruption of the atmosphere's stable condition. It can manifest through the formation of low-pressure area or different prevailing winds like monsoon in the intertropical convergence zone ITCZ. This refers to the weight of air that is pressing down on Earth. Tropical cyclone that occur within the Philippines area of responsibility PAR develop into areas. These areas are in the Pacific Ocean and in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration PAGASA keeps track of cyclones that enter the PAR. In a cyclone, the cool air flows to take the place of the rising warm air. As a result, the air current spins. The wind spirals around the center of the cyclone. This center is called eye. When a cyclone is formed over the tropics, it is called a tropical cyclone. A tropical disturbance is a term used to describe a weather system in the tropics that is not yet organized enough to be classified as a tropical depression, tropical storm, or hurricane. It is typically characterized by a cluster of thunderstorms with weak or no circulation. Tropical disturbances can sometimes develop into more organized and intense weather systems under favorable conditions. B. A tropical depression is a weak low-pressure disturbances with a definite surface circulation. A tropical depression has a maximum wind speed of up to 61 km per hour kph. It is most common in the equatorial region or the intertropical convergence zone. C. Tropical storm. Once a tropical depression intensified, it becomes a tropical storm. A tropical storm is a moderate tropical cyclone with maximum wind speed of 62 to 118 km per hour. It is more organized and more circular in shape. The rotation of tropical storm is more recognizable than that of tropical depression. D. Typhoon is an intense weather disturbances, having more or less a circular shape and with a average size of about 500 kilometers in diameter. The wind blows toward the center called eye. Tropical cyclones are identified based on the speed of circulating winds. If the speed of the wind is 60 kilometers per hour or less, it is known as depression. If the speed becomes 60 to 118, it is known as storm. And if the speed is more than 118, it is called a typhoon. Before typhoon, high clouds are observed in the sky. The air is dry and cold since most of the warm air has already risen. The relative humidity is high. The wind blows gently, and scattered rain showers may occur. During typhoon, the sky is dark and cloudy. Heavy rainfall accompanied by storm winds occurs. Big wavia are also observed near the coast. When these waves becomes unusually high, due to abnormally high ocean tides, a storm surge occurs. Flash floods may also occur due to heavy rainfall. Landslides may be triggered by flash floods and heavy rains. Some trees and crops may be uprooted of strong winds. After typhoon, the sun becomes visible and the sky becomes clearer. There might be scattered rain, showers. Rescue and relief operations are also ongoing. If a certain place is severely devastated, many residents are staying in the evacuation areas. Signal number 1. The signal is raised when a tropical cyclone is expected to affect a specific area within 36 hours. It signifies that winds of 30–60 kilometers per hour may be expected in the area within the next 36 hours. 2. Signal number 2. The signal is raised when a tropical cyclone is expected to affect a specific area within 24 hours. It signifies that winds of 61–120 kilometers per hour may be expected in the area within the next 24 hours. 3. Signal number 3. The signal is raised when a tropical cyclone is expected to affect a specific area within 18 hours. It signifies that winds of 121–170 kilometers per hour may be expected in the area within the next 18 hours. 4. Signal number 4. The signal is raised when a tropical cyclone is expected to affect a specific area within 12 hours. It signifies that winds of 171–220 kilometers per hour may be expected in the area within the next 12 hours. 5. Signal number 5. Winds moving of a speed of 220 kilometers per hour or above may be expected in at least 12 hours. Winds would bring widespread damage to high-risk structures. Thank you for studying with me. Now let's do some learning activities. True or false? Analyze each statement. Draw a star if the statement is true and a heart if not. 1. Public storm signal number 1 is characterized by wind moving at a speed of 220 kilometers per hour or above may be expected in at least 12 hours. Wind would bring widespread damage to high-risk structures. 2. After a typhoon occurred, high clouds are observed in the sky. 3. Public storm signal number 3 is characterized by winds moving at a speed of 121–170 kph. May be expected at least 18 hours. In general, moderate to heavy damage may be experienced particularly in the agricultural and industrial sectors. 4. Tropical disturbances is a weak low-pressure disturbances with a definite surface circulation. 5. Tropical depression is an intense weather circular shape and doth an average size of about 500 kilometers in diameter.